Agree minutes for the Extraordinary General Border Committee (GBC) meeting between Cambodia and Thailand on 7 August 2025, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. First, ceasefire arrangement. 1. Both sides agreed to a ceasefire involving all types of weapons, including attacks on civilian and civilian objects and military objectives of either side, in all cases and all areas. Both sides must avoid unprovoked firing towards the other side position or troops. This agreement must not be violated under any circumstances. 2. Both sides agreed to maintain current troop deployments without further movement as it is at the time ceasefire reached at 24 hours local time on 28 July 2025. There shall be no troop movement including patrol toward the other side position. 3. Both sides agreed not to increase forces along the entire Cambodian-Thailand border. Any reinforcement will heighten tension and negatively affect long-term efforts to resolve the situation. 4. Both sides agreed not to undertake provocate action that may escalate tension. This includes military activities to enter the other side airspace and territory or position as of the ceasefire from 24 hours local time on 28 July 2025. Both sides agreed to refrain from constructing or enhancing any military infrastructure or fortification beyond their own side. 5. Both sides agree not to use any kind of forces against civilian and civilian objects in all circumstances. Such action will not only endanger community in the border areas but also violate international law and tarnish the global image of the non-compliant side. 6. Both sides agree to comply with international humanitarian law in the treatment of captured soldiers, including their living condition, shelter, food, and medical care in case of injury. If one side wishes to bring in its own wounded soldier or civilian who are not under the control of the other side for medical treatment, the receiving side may detain its response based on the capacity of its medical facilities, including available equipment, personnel, or medical ethics. On a case-by-case basis, captured soldiers shall be immediately released and repatriated after the cessation of active hostility in accordance with Article 118 of the Third Geneva Convention of the 1949 and Rule 128A of the customary international humanitarian law. Both sides agree to exchange information and facilitate the dignified and timely return of the seized individual at an agreed time location, in full respect of humanitarian principle and jurisdiction without crossing the border, and ensure that the appropriate measures are taken to identify and manage the death under sanitary and respectful conditions, thereby preventing the disease from disappearing in death. 7. In the event of an armed conflict, whether intentional or unintentional, both sides must promptly consult at the local level through existing bilateral mechanisms to prevent the situation from escalating along the entire border. Prolonged conflict will endanger the safety of civilians and soldiers on both sides and heighten tension, thereby complicating efforts toward a joint resolution. 8. In particular, both sides agree to 8.1. Maintain regular communication between all army areas and military regions and units along the border of both sides and strive to resolve all issues peacefully and avoid clashes. 8.2. Convene the Regional Border Committee (RBC) meeting with 2 weeks after extraordinary GBC meeting on 7 August 2025. The host will be determined in accordance with the regular hosting rotation. 8.3. Maintain regular and direct lines of communication between Minister and Chief of Defense Forces level. 9. Both sides agree to refrain from disseminating false information or fake news in order to de-escalate tension, mitigate negative public sentiment, and foster an environment conducive to peaceful dialogue. Second, mechanism for the implementation of ceasefire agreement. 10. Both sides remain committed to implementing the common understanding reached at the special meeting on 28 July 2025, including the ceasefire and formation of a ASEAN observer team led by Malaysia to verify and ensure its implementation. 11. Both sides agree to assign the respective RBC to carry out the implementation of the ceasefire coordinated and observed by the ASEAN observers team led by Malaysia. The RBCs will meet regularly and submit their report to the GBC through their respective national chain of command. 12. Pending the ASEAN observer team led by Malaysia as agreed upon by both sides in Putrajaya, 28 July 2025. The Interim Observer Team (IOT), comprising defense attaches of ASEAN member states accredited to Thailand or Cambodia and led by the defense attaches of Malaysia, will be established separately and independently in each country, Cambodia and Thailand, to observe on each side the implementation of the ceasefire on regular basis. The composition of each country IOT is independently invited by the host country in consultation with Malaysia. The IOT will operate without crossing the border and will work in close coordination and consultation with the RBCs and GBC of each country. Third, date and venue of the next meeting. 13. Both sides agree to schedule the next GBC meeting within a month after 7 August 2025 at a venue to be discussed. Otherwise, an extraordinary GBC meeting should be called immediately within the same format as the extraordinary GBC meeting to discuss the ceasefire. His Excellency General Natapon Napanut, Deputy Minister of Defense of Acting Minister of Defense of the Kingdom of Thailand, the Thai co-chairman of the GBC. His Excellency General Tia Saiha, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of National Defense of the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Cambodian co-chair of the GBC.